the game between McDowell and Allen Central girls. And it's approaching game time in about approximately 20 minutes. And we have with us tonight, on my right, Roy Ratliff, who is going to do some of the broadcast of the game. Also, Coach Charles Collins, an athletic director of the Prestonsburg Black Cats. And Charles, I'd like to get your impressions first, what you can expect, what the fans can expect from these two teams tonight, and what you expect to be the outcome.
Well, the outcome, I expect McDowell to come out on top. I really do. I think they've got the team to beat in the region right now. I believe that if they have a good game against Sheldon Clark, they should go to state, really. And as far as the type of game that Allen Central will play against them tonight, I believe they'll use a box and one myself, because that's what you got to do to stop Geri Grigsby. I don't think you can play McDowell a decent ball game and stay in the game by playing man-to-man or straight 2-3 zone. So you got to do something a little bit extra with Geri, and I feel that they'll try a box and one and keep one man on her at all times, and then when she gets close to the basket, they'll try to get some help from inside people.
Okay, thank you, Charles. We know that Geri and McDowell's defeated Allen Central 5 times this season, and they have done it through their press and speed. As you well know, McDowell likes to run, and this allows Geri to get out on the fast break more often. So I suspect that you might be correct that they might try a box and one, Allen Central might try a box and one, or some slow down tactic against this team. So we know that Geri is averaging 48.5 points per game and has scored over 4,000 points in her career. So, like you said, if they could do something to slow her down, it would be a big asset for them.
Yeah, I feel that's what they got to do, and they got to get out there and stop the fast break, because I know we played them 3 times this year, and they beat us all 3 times. And I feel we got a fine ball club, but we just didn't get out there and stop the fast break, and she's in such good physical shape that if you don't stay with her the whole 32 minutes of the ball game, she's going to beat you somewhere in those 32 minutes. And it's a job to find any girl that can keep up with her.
Well, Charles, we want to congratulate you for a very fine season. The Prestonsburg Black Cats are in the tournament semifinals tomorrow night. They have an excellent team, and they have a chance also. I hope that the two teams get in the regional. I hope that between Prestonsburg and McDowell, one of them can go all the way, because you certainly have a good team and done a good job this year. I'd like to introduce a fella also sitting between Coach Collins and myself is Roy Ratliff, the voice of ancient voice of WPRT radio. And Roy is going to help do some broadcasting for us tonight, give us a little bit of color. So, Roy, what's your expectations tonight of this game?
Well, Pete, you know McDowell is a favorite to win the district tournament, I'm sure, because of the fine play of Geri Grigsby, and she's hard to stop. If you foul her, you know, she's just as dead at the foul line as she is from the floor. So it's really a problem for these coaches to come up with any kind of defense against her. And I look for really the McDowell and Sheldon Clark to meet for the regional title here at the Allen Central Gym next week. Of course, you know, in tournament play, anything can happen. But if things goes like it should, no upsets or anything, Allen Central and McDowell and Sheldon Clark should meet for the regional title. Now, that's barring any upsets. Of course, I'm going out on a limb and saying that because there are a lot of fine teams in the region. And like I say, Allen Central will have their problem tonight stopping Geri. She's an excellent free throw shooter, excellent ball handler. She's just an all-around ball player, and I think the #1 player in the state.
1 minute. Thank you, Roy. We know she has had many honors this year, and of course, she has steadily improved. What has amazed many people is that she keeps improving her game, and she has a lot of stamina, and she really has worked hard. So we are possibly seeing, and I would say really seeing, the #1 girl in the state, although we have some other fine girls, particularly some here in the 58th district, and we have some in the 15th region. So McDowell comes into the contest with a 29-4 record. They are the defending district champions, and they have failed twice in their bid to go to state, been nipped at the wire by Sheldon Clark. But hopefully, Coach Johnny Ray Turner and his girls say, well, maybe 3rd time's charm. So this may be the beginning of a long trek to the state finals for the McDowell Daredevils at last. So we just hope that whoever represents us from our district will do a good job next week in the regionals.
Number 32, Carl Shepard. At guard, number 54, Bonita Custon. At forward, number 44, Tammy Fresa.
You are viewing the Allen Central starting lineup.
55, Dava Smith. At guard, number 51, Tammy Martin.
That's the Allen Central team.
Pat Murphy, record setter 16.
Now lineup.
McDowell to the left. At guard, number 10, Gina Carter. At forward, number 40, Jamie Martin. At center, number 52, Kathy Howe. At guard, number 12, Geri Grigsby. At forward, number 30, Donna Humphrey. Down coached by Johnny Ray Turner, 29-4.
So there's your starting lineups for tonight's game. And as we get ready for action, now, the referees, Don Bowling and Bob McKenzie, go to the floor with the ball. I turn you over now to our play-by-play announcer, Roy Ralla.
Okay, thank you very much, Pete. Just about ready to get started in this basketball game between Allen Central and McDowell. As the toss, the tap is taken by nobody. It goes out of bounds at the mid-stripe. What's happened? It looks like Allen Central's ball. Bonita Compton will toss in at the mid-stripe. She'll toss into her running mate, Martin. Martin passes back over to Compton. Compton on the free throw circle, puts up a 20-footer, no good. Off of there, rebounded by Jamie Martin. Long pass down to Grigsby, goes in for the layup. She's got it. So Geri Grigsby breaks the ice for the McDowell Rebelettes, or rather, Daredevillettes.
Boy, McDowell opens up in their famous 1-2-1-1 press, zone press. Looks like Coach Turner is going to speed early in the game.
Okay, this Coach taken out and stolen by Grigsby. She puts it up, got it. Geri Grigsby, good move by Grigsby as she has 4 points, so it's McDowell 4, Allen Central others. Once again stolen by Grigsby. She loses it out of bounds, knocked out of her hands by Allen Central. So McDowell will put it in play underneath her own basket. As they throw into Grigsby, she goes into the free throw stripe, puts up a 10-footer, no good. Ball for underneath the basket, taken by Francis. She gives to Bonita Compton, who brings it across for the Rebelettes. Over to Francis, and she walks with the ball. To be taken out, put into play by the McDowell Daredevillettes. Gina Carter throws in to Geri Grigsby, who dribbles slowly across the timeline. Dribbling in backcourt, she sets up the play. What kind of offense they're in, Pete, right now?
Well, they're in a 1-2-2 offense against a 1-2-2 defense.
A long one-hander put up by Gina Carter is no good. Rebounded by Allen Central. Bonita Compton brings into backcourt, into Carol Shepard, back to Martin in backcourt, into Shepard, back to Compton, the left-hander. She dribbles down into the left-hand corner. Long pass back out to Martin from the free throw line. Puts it up, got it. Tammy Martin hits for the Rebelettes. 4-2, McDowell. Grigsby drives the length of the court, puts it up, got it. Geri Grigsby drives the length of the floor, using the board nicely and banks it in. 6-2, McDowell over Allen Central. We have a foul. Who was the foul on? Was it a foul? Donna Humphrey. First personal foul on Donna Humphrey. The first foul called in the ball game, taken out by Martin. She gives to Bonita Compton, who dribbles slowly across the time stripe, back to Martin in backcourt, goes into the free throw lane, and walks for the ball. 2-minute steps. So Allen Central committing turnovers here early in the ball game. 6-2, McDowell over Allen Central. Grigsby dribbling across the time stripe. A real fine ball handler. drives the right-hand side down into the corner, holds up, closely guarded by Allen Central. Back out to Carter in backcourt. She's dribbling. They're setting up. Down to Grigsby on the left side. She fakes left, goes right into the lane, and she was fouled. The foul's on Martin, number 51. Tammy Martin. That's the first foul on Allen Central. So McDowell will put the ball in play, side backcourt. Grigsby goes into the free throw circle, puts it up, no good, hit the front of the rim, fought for. Grigsby picks up, and she is tied up by Bonita Cupton. Looks like Bonita Cupton and Geri Grigsby will jump it at the McDowell free throw stripe. 6-2, 5:49 remaining first period. There's the toss by the official. The tap is controlled by, looks like it's knocked out of bounds by, well, we'll jump it again. Looked like
Allen Central's open up in a 1-2-2 defense. McDowell sets up in a 1-2-2 offense to match up against it. So it looks like it's rather interesting right now, the strategy of both coaches.
Right. Well, the tap is controlled by Allen Central. There goes Tammy Francis in for the layup. It missed, put up by number 55. We don't have her name. The foul was on Donna Humphrey. That's the
55 is Dana Smith.
Number 55 is Dana Smith. So Dana Smith will be at the line. She'll be shooting 2 shots. She was fouled by Donna Humphreys. Foul in the act of shooting. Puts it up. No go. Hit the front of the rim and bounced off. 6-2, McDowell over Allen Central. Early in the ball game, puts up too hard, fought for under the basket, cleared by Jamie Martin, gives to Geri Grigsby, drives across the timeline into the free throw circle, goes to the left corner, passes over to Jamie Martin, back to Donna Humphrey, almost lost, goes in the backcourt. A nice try by Grigsby, but it was back across the timeline. So the Revelettes will put it in play at the mid-stripe. Tammy Martin will throw in to Bonita Compton. Bonita Compton standing, passes over to Martin, her running mate, drives down the right side, holds up in free throw line, a long one-hander by Compton, good, got it. Bonita Compton knocked the bottom out from about 15 or 20 feet out. Grigsby quickly across the time stripe for the Daredevillettes. Goes to the left side, drives the baseline, can't get in, closely guarded, and she was fouled by Dana Smith. So that's the second or third team foul on Allen Central. Second team foul. So McDowell will put it in play underneath their own basket. Throwing in will be Kathy Howe. Passes to Grigsby deep in the left corner. She's closely guarded. Long pass over to, back out to Gina Carter. Back to Grigsby. She puts it up from the free throw line and hits it. Grigsby hits for McDowell. 8-4. Looked like a pressure defense by McDowell. Tammy Martin dribbling across, gives to Bonita Compton. She puts it up from 15 foot. No good. Hits the front of the rim, or 20 foot, I guess it was. Fought for by Tammy Francis underneath the basket.
Let me ask Coach Collins what he thinks about both coaches' strategy so far, Roy.
Well, right now they've got Dana Smith picking up Geri Grigsby almost full court. As soon as she comes across the line, she stays with her, and they're somewhat in a 2-2 with Dana staying with Geri wherever she goes. So right now this is the plan that Allen Central has taken to McDowell defensively.
Okay, thank you. Grigsby has the ball in backcourt for McDowell. Over to Carter, to Jamie Martin. Puts up a long one-hander from the corner. No good. Taken off the boards by Allen Central, and Bonita Compton dribbles slowly across for the Revelettes. Gives to Martin. Martin over to Dana Smith from the corner. Got it from about 15 feet out. So 8-6. Grigsby quickly across the time stripe. Puts up the one-hander from the free throw lane and knocks the bottom out. Beautiful driving shot by Geri Grigsby. We have a foul. Looked like a full court press, a pressure defense there. Pete, what kind of?
That's a 1-2-1-1 zone trapping press, and Jamie Martin just got over anxious and reached in and hacked across the arm. She's number 40 on the ball there.
All right, so Allen Central will put it in play. Stolen away by McDowell, gives to Grigsby in backcourt. She drives the left side, passes over to Gina Carter. Carter to Jamie Martin. She puts it up and was fouled by, looked like Carol Shepard. Kathy Howell, okay. Kathy Howell.
Roy, Lisa Grigsby just checked into the lineup for Donna Humphrey, number 34, Lisa Grigsby.
Okay, Lisa Grigsby into the ball game for Donna Humphrey. Number 34. Kathy Howell will be at the line shooting 2 shots. Eyes the basket, puts it up, no good, too hard. Hit the back of the rim and bounced out. Kathy getting ready for a second shot. Her team leads 10-6 early in the first quarter. Puts it up, no good. Missed 2 free throws. Taken off the board by Carol Shepard. Gives to Francis, to Benita Cupton, and she brings it across the time stripe. Cupton, the old left-hander, gives in the corner to Tammy Francis. Deep in the corner. She's closely guarded by 2 Daredevils. To Tammy Martin. Gives to Shepard at the free throw line. Puts it up, no good, too hard. Taken off by Gina Carter, and she carries the ball. So a turnover for the Allen Central. Or rather, McDowell. Gina Carter turned it over, so Allen Central will put it in play. A long one-hander from the corner by Compton, and she knocks the bottom out. Benita Compton hit from about 20 feet out. Grigsby quickly across the time stripe. Holds up in backcourt, closely guarded by Dana Smith. Back to Grigsby. She's holding the ball overhead, trying to set up the play into Kathy Howell. And she was fouled by, let's see, who was that foul on, Pete? Benita Compton. That's Benita's first. Her first, the team's 4th. So we're not into the 1-and-1 situation. Gina Carter will take from McDowell, throws into Geri Grigsby. She's dribbling around the free throw lane, puts it up, uses the board nicely, but in and out. Tough shot before Geri Grigsby. Taken off the boards by Allen Central, bringing the ball across the center stripe. Benita Compton dribbling slowly. Goes into the free throw lane, over to Martin, puts a nice block, or rather, we have a foul. Looked like a good defensive play, but it's called a foul on Kathy Howell. So Tammy Martin will be at the free throw line. That's the 4th team foul on McDowell. Tammy Martin at the line. She'll be shooting 2 shots.
Robin? I feel that Allen Central right now, as of this far in the ball game, has kept Geri from getting out on the fast break. They're slowing the tempo of the game down, and this is keeping the game fairly close right now.
All right, thank you, Charles. But Geri Grigsby quickly across the time stripe. She puts up the one-hander from the free throw lane and was fouled. A twisting one-handed shot by Geri Grigsby, and she was fouled. The foul was on number 44, Tammy Francis. That's the 5th team foul on Allen Central, so Geri Grigsby will be at the free throw line. Geri is a very accurate free throw shooter. She'll have 2 free throws. Takes her time. Eyes the basket, puts it up, got it. How many points for Geri now, Pete?
That's 5 field goals and 1 foul shot for 11 points. She has all McDowell's 11 points.
So we could say it's Geri Grigsby 11 and Allen Central 9. Geri puts the second free throw up and knocks the bottom out. Taken out by the Rebelettes. They're having a little trouble getting across the free throw line. Francis, or rather Martin, gives to Benita. Benita dribbles across the time stripe, dribbles into the corner. Still driving, drives, puts up a one-hander, and she knocks the bottom out from about 10 feet out. Grigsby quickly across the time stripe, still driving, drives the left side of the free throw lane, puts it up, no good. She fast for the rebound, runs it down in backcourt, closely guarded by Francis, over to Gina Carter, a long one-hander, good. About 25 foot. That was the longest shot of the night by Gina Carter. We have an infraction of the rules there. Looks like it was a foul. I don't know. The foul was on Jamie Martin. That's Jamie Martin's second. So both teams are in the bonus right now. So at the free throw line for Allen Central will be Benita Compton. She'll have a 1-and-1. Both teams in the bonus.
1:54 to go. It looks like there's going to be a lot of foul shooting this first half, Roy. So apparently the strategy of Coach John Ray Turner is try to speed up the tempo. Really, he's only done that 2 or 3 times, but we'll have to see what the pressure does to Allen Central as the game progresses.
Right. Bonita hits her first free throw. The second one is up and no good. Taken off the boards by Jamie Martin. Given to Carter, to Grigsby. Grigsby quickly across the time stripe. She's closely guarded. In the pivot to Kathy Howe. Spins, puts it up, uses the board nicely, and banks it in. Kathy Howe hitting for the Daredevilettes. 16-12, 1:37 remaining, first period. We have a foul. Looked like a foul on, who was it, Charles?
Number 40.
Jamie Martin. That's Jamie. Is that her third foul?
Third already.
So 3 fouls on Jamie Martin. Look like Jamie is getting in foul trouble here early in the ball game. Look like we have a substitution in for Leslie Grigsby in. Well, Leslie and Lisa, that's Geri's first cousins, right, Pete?
That's right. They're sisters, Leslie and Lisa Landon, and they're Jerry's first cousin.
All right. Tammy Martin hits her free throw to bring the score to 16-13. 3-point lead for McDowell over Allen Central. 1:37 remaining, first period. The second free throw is up too hard, taken off the boards by Kathy Hale. Gives over to Geri Grigsby, quickly across the time stripe. Drives the left side of the lane, puts up a free throw from the baseline and hits. Grigsby hitting from the baseline. A nice running jump. Looked like Allen Central is having a little trouble with the press. Bonita Compton closely guarded, throws over the time stripe to Tammy Martin as she walks for the ball. She carried the ball. So it looked like the press is giving them a little trouble, Pete.
Well, they made Allen Central handle the ball quite a bit there, and they set up 2 or 3 good traps, and it put enough pressure on them. There's a good pass underneath, and the shot is missed by Kathy Howe, a layup.
Okay, Allen Central clears the boards, and Tammy Martin drives the right side into the free throw lane and was trying to put up the shot, and she was fouled by Gina Carter. Charles, what's looked like the strategy of McDowell is to run, and Allen Central is trying to slow the tempo of the game down, right?
Yes, Pete said earlier, McDowell's trying to get the tempo going a little bit faster so they can get out on a fast break, open up the game a little bit, and take advantage of their girls on the inside, because right now it's been that they've been wanting to put 2 and 3 people on Geri every time down the floor. So if they can get down the floor before they get down there and set up, it'd be to McDowell's advantage.
All right, Tammy Martin hits the free throw to narrow the lead to 4 points for McDowell, 18-14, 1:02 remaining first period. Tammy bounces the ball, eyes the basket, puts it up, got it. So that narrows the lead to 3 points. McDowell quickly across the mid-stripe. Grigsby driven down to the right-hand corner, holds up, closely guarded, drives in. Looked like she was fouled and loses the ball. Picked up by Allen Central. Martin driving, and she was called for charging. Tammy Martin was called for charging into Gina Carter. So an offensive foul.
Hey, boys.
That's the second personal foul. Second personal foul on Tammy Martin. Geri Grigsby drives across the time stripe into Kathy Howe, over to Carter from the right-hand side from about 15 foot out, knocks the bottom out. 20-15. Compton having trouble getting the ball across, still dribbling, and she finally gets it across the time stripe, and she was fouled by Leslie Grigsby.
That was a terrible foul then. She had no business at all. Bonita was ready to kick the ball away, and the girl just reached in. It's a case of where a girl just never learns how to control her hands or what she's supposed to be doing with them.
Well, inexperienced, Pete, but probably it was the cause of that foul. Bonita up the line with the 1-on-1, puts it up and got it. 20-16, 28 seconds, first period. Bonita getting ready for a second shot. Bonita Compton. She eyes the basket, puts up the left hand, one-hander, and knocks the bottom out. So it's 20-17, the 3-point lead for McDowell. Geri Grigsby quickly across the time stripe, and the ball is knocked out of her hands. She was fouled by number 55, Dana Smith. Technical foul on the Allen Central bench, looks like. Looked like we have a technical foul on the Allen Central bench, Pete.
Someone on the Allen Central's bench said something or made a remark. I saw a towel go up in the air. So usually there's a remark that goes along with the towel. So that's a foul and a technical, so it'd be a bonus and should receive 2 technical shots. Isn't that right?
I'm not sure. That foul being on the assistant coach, I'm not sure whether they give 2 or 1 on the assistant coach. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I thought it just anybody on the bench is.
I think there's a rule.
But Geri Grigsby will have the 1-and-1. She puts it up and hits the free throw. And that gives a 4-point advantage to McDowell, 21-17. She'll be ready for her second free throw. She hit her first one, bouncing the ball at the free throw stripe, eyes the basket, takes plenty of time, puts it up, good. Deadly free throw shooter. So Geri will shoot 2 shots for the technical foul. See if she can make it 4 in a row. 22-17, McDowell with 5. Geri hits the free throw. So that's 3 in a row. Pete, she can shoot free throws better than you could.
That's absolutely right, Roy. She can hit 75, 80% easily. Her goal is to shoot 80 to 85% in college, and she might reach that.
Well, I'm sure she can, Pete. She's very, very accurate at the free throw line, so she steps up the line and hits 4. And it's pretty hard to hit those free throws out there when you're out there all alone.
That's right. Exceptionally hard. She's had 6 for 6 from the foul line tonight.
Well, how many points that make her now, Pete?
18 points.
18 points. So Geri has 18 points with 12 seconds remaining in the first period. McDowell leads 24-17, and they have the ball. They're on offense. Geri puts it up from about 10 foot out on the right baseline and knocks the bottom out. So there's the end of the first period with McDowell leading 26-17, and Geri Grigsby has 20 points out of the 26 for McDowell.
Roy, I have the shooting percentages for McDowell at the end of the first period. Geri Grigsby shot 11 times from the field and made 7 for a tremendous percentage. Kathy Howe shot twice and made 1. Gina Carter shot 2 for 2, 2 long shots there. Jamie Martin was 0 for 2. So that means McDowell is 10 for 17 at the first quarter. Tremendous shooting.
It certainly is, Pete. That gives around 60-65%, I'd say, man. All right, the tap is controlled by McDowell. Geri Grigsby in backcourt, guarded closely by Tammy Martin. Over to Lisa Grigsby, to Carter from 20. No good. Hit the front of the rim. Bounced off. Ball taken by Allen Central. Francis dribbling in backcourt gives to Benita Cupton, and she will bring it across the time stripe for the Revelettes. Cupton, closely guarded, loses the control of the ball. Fought for, and we'll have traveling on Benita Cupton. So traveling. Turnover for the Revelettes. Gina Carter will toss in at the mid-stripe, gives to Grigsby, dribbling in backcourt, holds her hand up, setting up the play into Kathy Howe. He spins, puts it up from about 5 foot, no good. Fought for under the basket, put up by Leslie Grigsby, and in. Leslie Grigsby hitting for McDowell, 28-17, so they increased their lead to 11 points. Tammy Martin, closely guarded, gives to Benita Cupton. She drives to the far corner, across the stripe, into Tammy, to Francis. She spins, puts it up, and walked with the ball, looked like. Was it 3 seconds?
Yeah,
3 seconds violation on Francis. So another turnover for the Revelettes. Grigsby quickly across the stripe, drives the right side, baseline, puts it up from about 10 foot. She hits from there. Very accurate from that spot, Pete.
Geri has improved her shooting range on that jump shot. She didn't began practicing the jump shot until her junior year, Roy, and she has gradually increased it. And now she can shoot a 12 to 15 foot jump shot like a boy. So you have to give Geri a lot of credit, a lot of dedication for working on her jump shot.
I have to agree with Pete there. I'd played her on the basis that she wouldn't hurt us that bad with the jump shot outside late in the year this year, and she got 60 points against us, and she earned on the outside, so she made a believer out of me.
It looks like she's a tremendous outside shooter from what I've seen. I haven't seen too much or played too much this year. But anyway, Compton hits her free throw as she was fouled. So it's 30-18 right now. McDowell with a 12-point lead. Compton puts up. She's a good free throw shooter too, Pete. Bonita
is a good free throw shooter. She's a good shot, Roy, if you let her get set.
Yeah. Yeah, she looked like she's pretty accurate. But Grigsby brings the ball across the stripe for the Develettes and puts up a one-hander from her favorite shooting position. And no good, and we have a foul on Lisa Grigsby as they fought for the basketball underneath the McDowell basket. So Benita Compton will be at the charity line for Allen Central. She'll have a 1-and-1.
The problem McDowell is having now, Roy, is they have given Allen Central a bonus early in the game. Of course, they had to do that to get the fast tempo of the game, or at least try it. As you notice, Allen Central is staying in the game on the 3-shot foul line. Now, they are good foul shooters. Bonita is an excellent foul shooter. The Martin girl's a good foul shooter, and Francis is a good shooter. So they're staying in the game on that foul line right now.
Well, Bonita makes 1 out of 2 at the free throw line, so that cuts the lead down to 10. Quickly across the time stripe, Geri Grigsby dribbles down the left corner, closely guarded, puts it up from about 8 foot from the free throw lane. No good, as she was double teamed, and she goes in to get the rebound, and she was fouled. Or rather, was it a charge? Was it an offensive foul?
Geri picked that foul up. She took the shot and went after the ball for the second time, and they just had position on her, and she went over the right side.
Okay, Carol Shepard will be at the line.
Geri did. She was going for a rebound, being aggressive, and she ran over a girl. So that is the type of foul you want your girls to make on occasions.
Well, aggressive foul, it doesn't hurt you. See, the fouls out in backcourt, Pete, and the fouls, not thinking fouls.
That's right. Fouls out in the floor, intentional, and the bad defensive lapses fouls. That's the type of fouls that really hurt a ball club.
All right, Carol Shepard hits both free throws, so that narrows it down to 8 points. McDowell had a 12-point lead. Grigsby quickly across the stripe, drives the left side. Can't get the shot up close to Carter. She's double teamed. Back up to Carter. Tries to pass into Kathy Howell. Knocked back out, and Carter recovers over to Grigsby. She drives the left free throw lane, puts it up from about 10 foot. No good. Fought for and rebounded by Dana Smith, looks like. And we have a foul. Number 50, that's Leslie Grigsby. That's Leslie's second foul. So at the free throw line will be Carol Shepard. Well, Allen Central staying in the ballgame, Pete, on free throws.
Well, Roy, this is what we just got through talking about, unnecessary fouling. You know, there was no cause for that type of foul in that situation. McDowell was in control. The Geri had a jump shot, and then I don't know what. Maybe Leslie was pushing off or whatever. She should have been going for a rebound position, but that's the type of fouls that really can hurt you in these situations.
McDowell's fouled quite a bit on the offensive end tonight. I don't know whether his coach is telling him to go the boards a little bit harder or what, but it seemed like on their offensive end, on the press, the point guard down there has committed quite a few fouls, and they fouled more than usual on the offensive end.
Well, Johnny Ray Turner has just called timeout, so undoubtedly he has some problems he needs to iron out, so maybe we'll see a little different play, a different style of play, Pete, maybe a little different defense or a different type of offense.
Well, he certainly needs to instruct the girls on something, at least unnecessary fouling. I'm like Coach Collins. There's too much offensive fouling going on. They should be getting position on the boards, fighting for rebounds, and try to keep a ball in play instead of unnecessary fouling. So they're going to have to cut down this ratio of fouling because Allen Central really is not having to handle the ball that much to make the turnovers that McDowell wants them to make.
Right, it looks like that McDowell is not boxing out under the basket there, Pete, and getting good rebound position there, reaching in or reaching over, and Allen Central is really getting good defensive rebounding position on. Well, Carol Shepard will be at the line, shooting a 1 in the bonus, and they were in the bonus early as McDowell tried to speed up the tempo of the game, and so that's the foul. She misses the free throw. There goes Grigsby driving the lane, puts it up, and she was fouled, but no call, and rebounded by Leslie Grigsby, and she puts it back in. It looked like Geri was fouled there, Pete.
Yes, it did. It looked like she had a foul there, but the ref must have missed it. But Leslie did pick it up and go on in for a score.
All right, quickly across. Compton trying to bring the ball across was called for palming the ball or carrying the ball. Anyway, she has an infraction of the rules, and 32-22, a 10-point lead for McDowell. Regina Carter passes into her running mate, Geri Grigsby, all-state guard for McDowell, the state's leading scorer, and has scored over 4,000 points in her career. Ball stolen by Tammy Martin. She drives, puts it up, got it, and she was fouled by Lisa Grigsby. So this could be a 3-point trip. Tammy Martin stole the ball, drove the length of the court, laid it up and through, and she was fouled by Lisa Grigsby. 32-24.
Number 30, Donna Humphrey.
Humphrey back into the ball game for McDowell, replacing Lisa Grigsby. Tammy Martin at the line for Allen Central. She'll be shooting one free throw, so this could be a three-point trip, but she misses. Rebounded by Leslie Grigsby. Gives to Geri Grigsby. She brings across the time stripe, still dribbling, drives the left corner, and looks like we have a foul on Tammy Martin. Tammy Martin was guilty of a foul. It was third personal foul on Tammy Martin, so Tammy Martin in free throw trouble. Humphrey will be at the line. Humphrey will be at the free throw line. 32-24. 5:34. Misses. She missed her free throw and taken off the boards by Allen Central. Cupton quickly across the time stripe. Holds up. Gives to Francis. Francis tries to drive the baseline. Can't get in. A long one-hander from way out by Cupton. No good. Rebounded by Martin. She puts it up from about 10 foot. No good. Fought for. Put up by Francis. No good. She was fouled. Looked like by Humphrey or Grigsby. Which one was the foul on?
Donna Humphrey.
Donna Humphrey. The foul was on number 30, Donna Humphrey. So at the free throw line will be Tammy Francis.
Number 44, Tammy Francis.
Tammy Francis will be at the line for Allen Central. 32-24 with 5:15 remaining first half. Or second quarter. Well, Tammy puts up the first free throw. It's no good. Too hard. Bouncing the ball, eyes the basket, and lets it fly. Good. 32-25. So that gets the advantage down to 7 points. Quickly across the timeline with the Daredevilettes. Grigsby dribbling in backcourt. Fakes right, drives left, puts it up, uses the board, but doesn't get it. Fought for, put up by Kathy Howell and put in. Kathy Howell puts it in. 34-25, back to a 9-point advantage. Tammy Martin having trouble getting the ball across, and she was fouled by Donna Humphrey.
Well, Roy, once again, McDowell's in early foul trouble. Coach Johnny Ray has 7 or 8 girls that he can go to, but at this rate, he's going to need 11 or 12. So, you know, it's not working. The girls are fouling. Maybe they should try dropping back and make Allen Central work half court some. Really, the press is not that effective right now. In fact, I think the fouls are keeping Allen Central in the game.
I think exactly right, Pete. Looked like he's going to have to drop back into, like you say, maybe a half court press or not that kind of pressing defense he has. But missed the free throw and taken off by McDowell. Quickly across the time stripe. Grigsby puts it up and got it. Geri Grigsby hits from about 10 feet. That was a beautiful running shot, Pete. Well, that makes us...
There's another foul by Leslie Grigsby on the press. So, really, McDowell should drop back half court. There's 4:44 left in the second quarter. He's going to be playing with the Water Girls in a few minutes.
Pete, he's going to have to change his defense some way because you're absolutely right. They're just getting in foul trouble, and Allen Central is staying in the ball game on their free throws. I mean, it's definitely...
They've committed quite a few fouls in the backcourt here on this press. I bet they've had at least 7 fouls in the backcourt on the press.
Well, Tammy Francis hits the free throw, so that puts it back to a 10-point lead, 36-26. 4:44 remaining in the second period. Francis up with the one-hander and knocks the bottom out. They're a good free throw to shoot, shooting team, Pete.
Yes, they are. So it's they're staying in the game on the foul line.
Well, McDowell quickly across. Gina Carter over to Renee DeRosset, and we have an infraction of the rules. Let's see. What's the referee calling here? A 1-2. Looked like number 12, Geri Grigsby. What did he get her for? Setting a pick or what?
She was fighting through to go to the corner, and I think she ran into somebody again.
Well, the second personal foul on Geri Grigsby. Francis double teamed in backcourt, loses the ball, picked up. There goes to Grigsby. Grigsby drives, fakes, and slips and walks for the ball. Well, Pete, she had her 2 there, but she did slip.
Yes, she did slip. It was an unfortunate accident, of course. I don't know what happened, but she just slipped.
I think she's trying to draw the offensive, the foul there because she waited on the girl to go up and lost her footing.
All right, Allen Central on the attack. Tammy Francis puts it up, no good. Taken off the board by the Daredevillettes. Quickly across the stripe by Geri Grigsby. She drives the right side of the lane, puts it up, no good. Hit the front of the rim and over. Rebounded by Tammy Francis of Allen Central. Quickly across the time stripe. Drives into the right-hand corner. She can't get in. Gives to Tammy Martin driving. Puts it up. No good. Short. Fought for underneath the basket. Taken by Martin. Gives to Stolen by Geri Grigsby. It's a race for the basket between her and Carol Shepard, and she was fouled. She was fouled by Carol Shepard.
That was a good foul, really. The girl had no chance to stop Geri being faster, and she made a good foul, preventing the field goal. I thought it might end up a three-point play, but Geri just needed one more step to make it a three-point play then.
Right. All right, Geri will have 2 free throws, 36-27, 9-point advantage for McDowell with 3:42 remaining in the second period. She eyes the basket, takes plenty of time, very cool at the line, puts it up, good. That's about, what, 7 or 8 straight?
7 in a row.
7 free throws in a row. Becky Collins in the lineup replaces Carol Shepard for Allen Central. Geri bounces the ball, takes plenty of time. Eyes the basket. Puts it up. Got it. That's 8 straight free throws, and that gives her a total of what, Pete?
Well, Roy, I think it's, let me get it just a second. I'll give it to you.
Okay, all right. 38-27. Allen Central on the attack. Into Francis. Puts up short one-hander. No good. Fought for. Put up by Francis. And she was fouled. Looked like by Kathy Howe.
Geri has 26 points now.
26. Well, that's is that above her average at this point of the game, Pete, or is that about average for her?
She usually hits around 18 to 25 points the first half. Usually second half is her best half.
All right. Well, Tammy Francis, again, hitting the free throw. She was fouled in the act of shooting, so that 38-28. That's still a 10-point lead for McDowell. 3:30 remaining. Francis eyes the basket, puts it up, got it. 38-29. It's been a long time since they've scored a field goal, Pete. It's strictly a foul shots that's keeping them in the ball game.
I don't believe he scored a field goal since early in the first quarter, Roy.
I don't think so. It's been all free throws. McDowell on the attack. Grigsby in the left corner. Pass under to Kathy Howe. Puts it up. Got it. Kathy Howe. A nice spin layup. A nice pass from Grigsby. Nice assist. Ball across the stripe down to Tammy Francis. She's double teamed. Gives to Bonita Compton. She can't get in. Over to Tammy Martin. Drives the right side of the lane. Can't get in. To Compton. Puts it up. Got it. Bonita Compton from the free throw line knocks the bottom out. 40-31. Grigsby quickly drives. Puts up the one-hander. No good. Rebounded by Leslie Grigsby. Put up and in. Leslie Grigsby done a good job on the offensive board on that trip. 42-31, 11-point advantage for McDowell.
McDowell's dropped back into her half-court pressure, which I think is a good move by Coach Turner.
Right, you're exactly right. We were talking about that, Pete. Well, Tammy Francis drives in from about 15 foot and knocks the bottom out for the Rebelettes. Quickly, Grigsby passes over to Renee DeRosset, back to Grigsby, left side. She goes into the free throw lane, double team, puts up one from her favorite spot and knocks the bottom out. Pete, that must be her spot right there.
Well, Roy, she works the baseline real good on both sides of the floor, really. So, when she finds a spot in the game, she goes to it. That's what she should do.
Right. She's hit it. She's made quite a few baskets from that particular spot right there on the baseline, or driving one-hand shot.
That seems to be her spot right there, because against us in the second half, we were in the ball game, and I think she hit about 4 in a row there, and it just hurt us bad. So I imagine she goes to the right bet as good as anybody, and she takes a quick turnaround jump shot and does a good job with it.
All right, we have 2:02 remaining in the first quarter, and the timeout McDowell. That's our second timeout. The score right now is 44-33, McDowell over Allen Central. Pete, you have any other comments?
Well, I just think that McDowell's going to have to watch her fouling. Coach Turner should really get on to these girls at halftime. And look, he's got half his ball club in foul trouble. Now he's got a freshman in there. You know, you can't win tournaments playing freshmen. I don't care if boys or girls. So, he's really going to have to put something together defensively. And it appears to me the girls just aren't ready mentally, most of them. I think Howe and Geri are doing a good job, but I don't think they're ready mentally. They shouldn't be fouling this much.
Well, that's right, Pete. Of course, I think he stayed into that pressing defense a little bit, longer than he should. I'm not trying to coach or anything like that, but they were getting, an excessive fouling in that particular defense there. 44-33 right now as time resumes.
Number 54,
Dolores Martin.
54.
Dolores Martin into the lineup for McDowell. That's number 54.
Martin at the line shooting 1 the bonus?
Number 54, Dolores Martin. But Tammy Martin at the line with a 1 and a bonus, 44-34. That narrows it back to 10 points. 44-34. And Aki eyes the basket, puts it up, good. 44-35. Grigsby quickly across the time stripe, drives the left side of the lane, fakes, back at the top of the keyhole, sets it up, gives over to Carter, back to Grigsby, driving, puts up the one-hander, go good, in and out. Off, picked up by Martin, put up no good. Grigsby puts it up, no good. She was blocked. She runs the ball down into the corner, goes back into the free throw stripe, drives, puts it up from her spot, no good. Rebounded by Kathy Howe, and she was fouled. Kathy Howe was fouled. Looked like by Tammy Martin. That's 4 on her. So Allen Central getting in foul trouble. If they lose the Martin girl, they're in bad trouble, Pete.
Martin does a good job for them. She's only a freshman, but she's gained a lot of valuable experience this year. So she's in foul trouble. It's going to show up on both teams at the end of the game. It depends on the foul situation, Roy. It could have a big bearing on the outcome of the game.
All right. So Kathy Howe puts up the free throw, and it hits it, 45-35. Toby Spradlin into the ball game, replacing Martin for Allen Central. Kathy Howe eyes the basket, puts it up, good. 46-35. McDowell back to the 11-point advantage with 1:36 remaining in the second period. Cupton double team, that passes across the stripe to Spradlin, gives to Francis, puts it up, no good. Fought for under the basket, put up by Allen Central by Becky Collins, no good. Taken off the boards by McDowell. Stolen away by Benita Cupton, as she was fouled by Renee DeRossi. Was that Renee? Yeah, Renee DeRossi.
Renee DeRossi.
Well, Renee fouled Benita Cupton as she was driving in for the layup.
Foul on number 14, Renee DeRossi.
That's her first personal foul. Looked like Renee sort of tripped, and
Cupton at the line shooting.
Benita Cupton will have the 1 bonus, 46-35.
1 with the bonus.
1:16 remaining in the second period. No good. That's the first free throw they've missed in quite a while, Pete. Rebounded by Allen Central by Tammy Francis. She puts it up, no good. Fought for, and we have a foul. Looked like a foul on Becky Collins, number 45.
McDowell made a very bad mistake there. The outlet pass should have gotten to Geri. It was thrown too straight, and they stepped in front of Geri and intercepted it, and then shot and missed, and they were on McDowell's back there. So Kathy Howe will get to shoot a bonus.
All right, Kathy Howe the free throw line for the Daredevil. She'll have a 1 bonus. Her team leads by 11, 46-35, 1:09 remaining in the second period. Up, no good, in and out. Taken off the boards by Becky Collins, gives to Tammy Francis, quickly across the timeline, holds up in backcourt, gives to Benita Cupton coming by, drives into the free throw lane, the left side, into Toby Spradlin, back to Benita. Cupton goes into the free throw lane, puts up a long one-hander, got it. Benita Cupton hitting for the Revelettes. Quickly, Grigsby across the time stripe. Fakes right, goes left, uses the glass, doesn't get it. Taken off the boards and walks with the ball by Benita Cupton. But Benita took the ball off the boards and walked with the ball. 46-37, 9-point advantage for McDowell. So Kathy Howe will throw in underneath the McDowell basket. Almost stolen by McDowell on the inbounds pass. Grigsby puts it up. No good. Rebounded by Kathy Howe, puts it up, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds by Allen Central, so McDowell will put it in play underneath their own basket. Kathy Howe will put it in play. Underneath the McDowell basket in their offensive court. Long pass and backcourt to Grigsby. She drives the left side of the keyhole, puts it up. No good, too hard. Taken off by Grigsby, drives, puts it up, and in. The goal is good, and she was fouled, guilty of fouling. Offensive foul on Geri Grigsby. Grigsby drove, got the basket, was guilty of an offensive foul. Now, Pete, what about that call?
Well, I think it's very questionable. I believe he moved in under Geri. Once the rules say the shooter leaves their feet to take the shot, the player cannot establish position then. But that's what happened. The defense had to already be set there with feet on the floor. I think it's a matter of referee looking at the shooter and then seeing a collision and then calling it on the shooter.
Well, you got to have room. You got to give room for that player to come down. Is that right? The offensive player.
Right. Once the offensive player takes off, you're not allowed to step in under him.
Right. All righty. 48-37, 11-point advantage with 15 seconds remaining. McDowell probably hold for the last shot. I see Geri looking at the clock, and she drives the left side, drives the baseline, puts it up, and looked like she was partially blocked. Rebounded by Kathy Howell, put up and in, and that extends the margin to 13 for the Daredevilettes. So there's the end of the first half. McDowell leading by a score of 50-37. Well, Pete, you want to get the starting lineup for the second half?
Well, it looks like Kathy Howell's in there for center, and Lisa Grigsby, Jamie Martin, Gina Carter, and Geri Grigsby for the Daredevils, with Tammy Francis, Becky Collins, Bonita Compton, Toby Spradlin, and the Shepherd girl for Allen Central.
Well, Allen Central controls the tip and taken down and put up by Compton, and no good. She put it up from behind the free throw stripe. Failed to hit, and we have a violation. I don't know what. Let's see. Looked like a jump ball between Toby Spradlin and Lisa Grigsby. The tap is controlled by Lisa. She's very much taller. Taken by McDowell. Geri drives the free throw lane, puts it up, no good. Fought for under the board, taken by Dana Smith. She almost loses control of the ball. Goes out of bounds. Will be put in play by, look like the Rebel. It's Allen Central. So Toby Spradlin will throw in to Bonita Compton. Toby, that's Ben Jay's daughter, isn't it, Pete?
Yes, that's Ben's daughter. She's been doing quite well this year in a reserve role for the Rebelettes.
What's your freshman?
I think she's a freshman or a sophomore, I believe, or a sophomore.
Well, she just hit one, Pete. Looked like about 15 or 20 foot out. Beautiful shot by Toby Spradlin. 50-39, 11-point advantage for the Daredevilettes. Geri drives the right-hand corner, passes into Kathy Howell. She spins, puts it up. Good. Kathy Howell used the board, used the glass. Very nice on that one, Pete.
They're going to need a good game from Kathy with everybody in foul trouble. She is a good girl.
Well, look like the Rebelettes on the attack, and what do we have over there? 3-second violation. Francis, 3-second violation, so they can't afford any turnovers like that, Pete. Them trailing 13 already. 6:58, 52-39. The Daredevilettes on the attack. Geri drives in the right-hand corner, closely guarded by Dana Smith. Gives to Kathy Howell. She's closely guarded by Bonita. Drives the baseline. Can't get in. Throws back out to Jamie Martin. Back to Grigsby. She drives the left side. Puts it up for about 10 foot. No good. Put up by Howell. No good. Fought for under the basket. Rebounded by Tammy Francis, and she's tied up by Lisa Grigsby. 52-39. Looked like Geri put that up a little straight there, Pete. And they need a little arch on that one.
Yes, it was too flat to go in, and she's not arching her shot right now. Of course, I think she might get it back, though.
All right. Looked like we got to have another jump there. 52-39, 6:34, third period. 13-point advantage for the Daredevilettes over the Rebelettes. We'll have a three-throw jump between Jamie Martin and Tammy Francis, picked up by Kathy Howell, and she walked with the ball. A turnover for McDowell, so Allen Central will put it in play. Toby Spradlin will throw in to Bonita Compton. Bonita drives across the time stripe. Guarded close in backcourt. Almost loose. Ball stolen by Grigsby. Tapped over to Jamie Martin. Back to Grigsby. Drives into the free throw lane. Puts it up. No good. Looked like she was fouled. Geri gets her own rebound. Goes in and puts it up. 54-39. 6:12 remaining.
Get across the arm.
Bonita drives across for Allen Central. Closely guarded by Gina Carter. Long pass down to Dana Smith. Almost lose control. Back to Bonita. She was fouled by Carter. Compton fouled by Gina Carter. Well, that was a bad foul, Pete. That was those backcourt fouls you're talking about.
Yes, that was unnecessary, uncalled for. That's the type of foul that's really put McDowell in foul trouble. That's the one that really hurts. If they're fighting for the ball and scrapping and being aggressive, you don't want to count those. But the mental fouls are the ones that hurt you.
All right, a beautiful shot from the corner by Toby Spradlin. Looked like about a 25-footer there, Pete.
Good shot from the corner.
She's better than Ben Jay. All right, Grigsby driving, puts it up, no good. In and out, fought for. Taken by Allen Central. Bonita Compton driving, holds up, gives over to Spradlin. She puts up a long one. No good, in and out. Fought for under the boards, picked up by Allen Central. Tammy Francis spins, puts it up from the free throw lane, and they're back in the ball game, 54-43 with 5:22 remaining. Grigsby quickly drives, puts it up from her favorite spot on the baseline, and she connects, 56-43. Allen Central on the attack. Bonita Cupton in backcourt. Double team, loses control of the ball, picked up by Jamie Martin. Long pass to Geri Grigsby. She passes to Carter, breaking underneath, puts it up, no good. Missed a wide open layup and fought for under the basket, and we have a foul, looked like on Gina Carter.
Foul on Gina Carter, her
Third personal foul on Gina Carter. That looked like a sort of a foul in frustration, Pete, to miss the free throw.
McDowell's having a hard time putting everything together. Carter stopped when she should have gone on and took another step, followed through her shot. That's why she missed her layup.
All right, Allen Central on the attack. We have an offensive foul on, looked like Geri Grigsby, as she charged into Becky Collins. Looked like an offensive foul. That's the fourth personal foul on Geri Grigsby. 4:54 remaining in the third period. Put up from the corner by Spradlin, no good. Rebounded by Francis. Out to Dana Smith. Back in the backcourt to Cupton. She double teamed to Dana Smith. Puts it up. Good. From the baseline. So 56-45, a 9-point advantage. Grigsby driving, goes into the left corner, holds up, gives to Lisa Grigsby. She's double teamed. Comes into the lane. Then she's tied up by Toby Spradlin. He tied up by Toby Spradlin. Well, Pete, if Geri's in foul trouble and Allen Central's coming back, they could be in for a long night here.
Yes, they could, Roy. It could be tough for the Daredevils.
That's right. Geri goes to the free throw lane, and she is fouled. Looked like by Toby Spradlin. He tied up by Toby Spradlin. Well, Pete, if Geri's in foul trouble and Allen Central's coming back, they could be in for a long night here.
Yes, they could, Roy. It could be tough for the Daredevils.
That's right. Geri goes to the free throw lane, and she is fouled. Looked like by number 55. That's Dana Smith. She was fouled in the act of shooting.
I believe that was Coach Turner. I'd bring Grigsby up for a little while, because if she fouls out of the ball game, they're going to be hurting, and maybe they can maintain this 11-point lead, or at least get to change your offensive strategy a little bit so that we don't get Grigsby in foul trouble and take her out of the game.
All right, Geri at the free throw line, and she hits her first free throw. That's 57-45, a 12-point advantage. We have a long way to go in this ballgame. It's 4:24 in the third period, and Coach Collins says that his strategy would be to bring Geri out, Pete, and hold her out for a while. Grigsby puts up the second free throw. It's no good. What's your thinking on this?
Well, I would either do that, or I would put them back in a 2-3 zone, something sagging, and get Geri out of the middle of the floor where they can come up there and set back blocks on her and draw a charging foul. So he's got to do something to protect her, but I don't know what he's going to do.
Well, Geri gets the tap and puts up a long one-hander of about 20 foot. It's no good. Taken off the boards by Allen Central. Compton drives into the free throw lane. Pass underneath. A beautiful pass to Toby Spradlin. And Spradlin puts up the layup. Good. Grigsby on the attack. Drives into the lane. Goes to the left side. Still dribbling. Double teamed in the corner. Passes into Kathy House. She spins. No good. To Jamie Martin from the free throw lane. Good. Jamie Martin hitting from the free throw lane, and they need these scores. 59-47, 3:51 remaining. Allen Central's making a little run here, Pete.
Look at 45, illegal pick.
Compton brings down, puts it up in the lane. Good. Bonita Compton drives the line to the free throw lane, put it up and hit it. Grigsby on the attack for the Daredevils, puts up the one-hander, got it. Beautiful running jump shot by Grigsby from the right side. 61-49, 12-point advantage for the Daredevils. Compton from about 20. No good, too hard. Fought for underneath the basket. We'll have a jump ball between Kathy Howell and Tammy Francis. 61-49, McDowell with a 12-point advantage. 3:20 remaining. Well, Allen Central look like they're making a little run right now, Pete.
Yes, they are. They're making a run. They got McDowell down psychologically, so McDowell's going to do something to come back.
Oh, the tap is controlled by the Daredevillettes, taken across the stripe by Grigsby. She drives, puts it up, got it.
Geri Grigsby.
Geri Grigsby using the board nicely, and she used good sense there, Pete. She stopped not to get that fifth foul.
She's going to have to stop and shoot outside, Roy. She can't penetrate because she got too many fouls.
That's right. She made a good play there, a smart play. Dana Smith, that's the second one she's hit from there, Pete. Somebody's going to have to get on there from the baseline there. 63-51. I don't think she scored in the first half, but that's two baskets here. Grigsby has the ball in the corner. She was fouled. No, the referee called a jump ball. Looked like he got her by the arm.
I can't believe that call. You have to have, rules say you have to have both players have possession of the ball simultaneously. That's what it says on jump ball. Geri had the ball, was shooting, was fouled.
63-51. The tap is controlled by nobody. Run down in the corner by Becky Collins, gives to Bonita Compton. Bonita drives across the time stripe. Over to Toby Spradlin in the corner, right side. Back to Bonita in back court. Still dribbling. Goes to the left side to Becky Collins. Over to Toby Spradlin. Toby drives the baseline, can't get in. And she walked with the ball.
Oh, wake up, Red.
Tried to stop and walked with the ball. So McDowell on the attack. Long pass down underneath over Kathy Howell's head and goes out of bounds, so Allen Central will put it in play. 63-51, 2:15 remaining in the third period. Across the time stripe with Bonita Compton. She puts it up about 15, got it. Bonita Compton goes to the left of the lane, put it up and hit. Quickly on the attack with the Daredevilettes. Grigsby goes, puts it up. No good. For about 15, fought for under the basket. Tied up. We'll have a jump ball between Kathy Howell and Bonita Compton. 63-53, 10-point advantage, 1:58 remaining in the third period. We'll have a jump ball at the Allen Central, McDowell free throw circle. Carter, Geri points her back on defense. Tap is controlled by Lisa Grigsby. Puts it up from about 10 foot, no good. Taken off the boards by Kathy Howell, puts it up and in. Kathy Howell looked like she'd done a good job on that offensive board, Pete. Kathy Howell done a good job on that offensive board. 65-53.
Yeah, she's done a good job on the boards. She's only Daredevil, really working the boards well.
65-53, 12-point advantage, 1:53 remaining. Kathy Howell getting ready for the free throw, puts it up. Good. Well, that three-point trip, they needed that, Pete, right there. 66-53, 13-point advantage. The Rebelettes on the attack. Allen Central. Compton going to the left side. Passes down to Dana Smith. Back to Compton. She walked with the ball. Dana Smith making a floor. And they can ill afford those, Pete, clearing 13 points at this period of the game.
Yes, Roy, it's going to be a problem for McDowell. Now, they got to create some turnovers and play steady defense.
We have a timeout for Allen Central. All right, back to the ball game with 1:41 remaining, third period. Grigsby across the time stripe slowly for the Daredevillettes. Passes into Kathy Howell, back to Grigsby. She drives the left side from the baseline, puts it up. Looked like she was fouled. She was fouled on that shot. On the attack with the Rebelettes, Compton back in backcourt to Tammy Martin. Martin dribbles over to Spradlin, puts it up. Long one-hander, no good. Taken off the boards by Kathy Howell, gives to Grigsby. She drives, still driving. Puts it up about 10, no good, short. Fought for under the boards, taken off by Allen Central. 66-53. Tammy Martin crossed the time stripe for the Rebelettes. Holds up the left side, gives in backcourt to Bonita Compton. She loses control of it momentarily, picked up in backcourt. Long pass down to Toby Spradlin, puts it up from the corner. No good, too hard. Taken off by Martin. Fought for. Picked up by Becky Collins. 3-second violation. 3-second violation on the Rebelettes. So a turnover will give the ball to McDowell. 66-53, 39 seconds, third period. Geri Grigsby drives the left side, gives to Jamie Martin, down to Kathy Howell, back to Grigsby. Grigsby holding up in the far corner, back to Grigsby, driving into the free throw lane, puts it up. She was fouled.
It's about time, Roy. Really, Geri's been taking a beating across the arms. I don't know. Refs seem to be standing watching the game when McDowell has the ball. But Allen Central has, they seem to be calling everything.
Well, that was the second foul on Tammy Francis, so Geri Grigsby will be at the free throw line. She'll have 2 free throws. 28 seconds remaining in the third period. McDowell leads by 13. This will... Carol Shepard. That's Shepard's third personal foul and the 4th team foul. Geri Grigsby will be at the line. 76-57. She'll be shooting 2 free throws. Has she missed a free throw tonight, Pete?
Yes, Roy, she missed 1. I think Geri's 11 for 12 at this point.
That ain't bad. Grigsby heads her free throw, 77-57, so McDowell with a 20-point advantage. They've blown this game wide open now, Pete, in this 4th period. Grigsby at the line. She'll receive another free throw. Puts it up. No good. In and out. Ball under the boards. Taken by Allen Central. Benita Compton quickly across the time stripe. Still dribbling. Drives to the left side. Puts up a long one-hander from there. No good. In and out. Fault for under the boards. Shepard. Collins spins. Puts it up. Good. Becky Collins spinning and putting it up and hitting the basket. 77-59. We have a foul. Foul on Benita Compton. That's 3rd foul on Benita Compton. That's her 3rd, the team's 5th. At the free throw line will be Geri Grigsby.
Roy, the tempo is slow, but it's to McDowell's advantage. They're in foul trouble. They have an 18-point lead. They should just come down and be patient, work the ball, maybe take 20, 30 seconds before we shoot. Really, that's what they should do. And then break away only when they have a clear basket.
Alrighty, 77-59 with 5:04 remaining in the ball game. Grigsby at the free throw line, puts it up good. Drew a little iron, but bounced in. That's her, about 48, 49 points? 78-59. Tammy Francis back in the lineup for Allen Central. Replaces 49 points for Geri Grigsby. Tammy Francis replaces Becky Collins in the lineup for Allen Central. Geri bounces the ball, eyes the basket. Takes plenty of time. Puts it up. Got it. 79-59. That's 50 points for Geri Grigsby. So 5:01 remaining in the ball game. Benita Compton brings down, gives to Tammy Francis, puts up the one-hander, no good for about 10. Taken off the boards by the Daredevillettes. Grigsby will bring across the time stripe. Drives the left side of the lane, goes in the left corner, holds up. Long pass over to Jamie Martin, holds up, gives to Kathy Howe, back to Jamie Martin, puts up from about 10 foot from the right corner, no good. Rebounded by Allen Central. Across the time stripe with Benita Compton, goes into the back of the keyhole, gives to Carol Shepard. Over to Francis, to Martin from the baseline. Puts up the one-hander short, taken off the boards, fought for. Kathy Howe controls. Loose control of the ball, picked up by Martin, gives off to Grigsby. Long pass down to Carter, open, puts it up. Good. Gina Carter underneath the basket, got the layup. 81-59. Down to Martin. Puts up one for about 15, in and out. Taken off the boards by Kathy Howe. She went to one of those boards, Pete, the last...
Kathy has played a tremendous game tonight, Roy. She is a fine ball player, and she is controlling the boards and giving McDowell some scoring punch underneath. So she's playing a fine game, and she's not in foul trouble. That's important.
Right. 81-59, 3:49 remaining in this ball game, just about over with. So McDowell will advance to the finals of this tournament. This is a semifinal game. I was put up by Allen Central, no good. Taken off by Dana Smith, tries to put it up, no good. Partially blocked, fought for, picked up by Grigsby, and we have a foul. Who is it on? Foul on number 54. Is that Benita? It's on Lisa Grigsby. That's Lisa's 4th and team 4th. 81-59 with 3:36 remaining in the ball game. So Carol Shepard will throw in underneath their own basket, gives to Tammy Francis. She spins, puts it up, no good. Underneath the basket, rebounded by Shepard. She puts it up and got it. Oh, rather, it was Dana Smith. It was Dana Smith. That's who it was. Geri has it in offensive backcourt for McDowell. Gives in to Kathy Howell. Quick pass over to Jamie Martin from the corner. Got it. About 20 foot. 83-61. 22-point advantage for McDowell. They've broken the game wide open. On the offense with the Rebelettes, down to Dana Smith. Down to Bonita, the left side from about 20. No good. Short. Taken off by Kathy Howell. Long pass down to Grigsby. Breaking underneath. She puts it up. Got it. 85-61. That's 54 points.
I think it is. I believe that's 54 for Geri.
On the offense with the Rebel, it's Dana Smith has it in backcourt. A long pass over to Martin. She tries to put up the shot and was fouled by Jamie Martin, number 40. Or was it, what was it, an offensive foul? Yeah, that's an offensive foul.
Offensive foul on Jamie Martin.
Tammy Martin.
Okay, yes, offensive
That's
foul.
her fifth foul.
Tammy Francis. Geri has 52 points at this time.
Number 35.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 14 for 16 from the foul line, Roy.
Well, Pete, it's a very productive night for All-State guard Geri Grigsby. I guess you're proud of your daughter.
Yes, I am, Roy. Geri has really worked hard for 3 years, improving her game, and of course, I hope she can go a long way in the playoffs this year. I'd like to see her have a chance to go to the state tournament. This game will put them into the regional if they win it and give them a shot at the regional championship. So, you know, she's played hard for 3 years, and she's a deserving girl. People downstate would love to see her play.
I'm sure they would, Pete, and I hope she gets a chance to go. But 85-61. 85-61, 2:21 remaining in the ball game. So looks like McDowell has got this one all wrapped up, and they will advance. Grigsby drives, puts it up from the free throw line, gets her own rebound from the baseline. No good, short. Fought for underneath the boards by Jamie Martin, and we'll look like we might have a foul on who? Jamie Martin? No.
Bonita Compton.
Bonita Compton.
Number 54, Bonita Compton.
Bonita Compton.
Personal foul.
That's the fourth personal foul on Bonita Compton. 2:11 remaining in the ball game with 85-61. Jamie Martin will have a 1 and a bonus. 85-61 with 2:11 remaining in the ball game. Jamie Martin puts it up, no good. Too hard off the back of the iron, taken off the boards by Grigsby. Fakes, goes into the lane, puts it up, no good. Gets her own rebound. And she was fouled by Carol Shepard, looked like. Foul on Carol Shepard.
That's Coach Collins, what he has picked up this last quarter or so in the game.
What was that, Pete? What do you want to ask Coach Collins?
What's your observations, Coach, this last 5 or 6 minutes of the fourth period?
Oh, I think it's just been a matter of what the final score is going to be. The beginning of this quarter, I think McDowell's had the tempo of the game, and it's just been a matter of finishing out for the last 2 or 3 minutes.
Well, that's probably it, Pete. They've got the tempo of the game going their way in this last half, and therefore you can see that they've controlled the boards and quit their unnecessary fouling, which they changed defenses and then playing their style of ball. So really, McDowell, it's been no contest this fourth quarter.
Oh, that's right, Roy. I think that the slow down pace, of course, with the lead, McDowell's been able to increase it. Of course, they had to protect themselves because they're in foul trouble. Actually, I felt like they might have gone to a sagging defense a little earlier. And if you notice, Allen Central now is only getting 1 shot. McDowell's coming off the boards, and they even broke away for 3 or 4 fast breaks. So you see, fast basketball is good, but it has its place and time. And in a game like this tonight, McDowell definitely needs to slow it down, protect their players because they were all in foul trouble.
All right, we have 2:04 remaining in the ball game. Geri Grigsby will be at the line, and it's 85-61. Geri will be shooting. Geri has 52 points, and She'll have a chance to increase it to 54 if she hits her 2 free throws. 2:04 remaining. 85-61. Puts up the one-hander in and out. No good. Getting ready for a second free throw. So McDowell has assured themselves of in the final game of the 58th District Girls Basketball Tournament. Geri eyes the basket, puts it up, good. So it's 86-61, 1:58 remaining. Allen Central on the attack, put up by Dana Smith, no good. Fought for under the boards, picked up by Jamie Martin, long pass to Grigsby. Long pass down court to Gina Carter, over to Kathy L, breaking in, puts it up and in. Well, McDowell moving the ball down the court. That's the way you want to get it down there, without too much dribbling. That's a nice play.
Beautiful example of a good fast break.
Right. When that ball doesn't hit the floor, that's the way you want to get her down. Well, Allen Central on the attack and puts up the shot, no good. Taken off by McDowell. Grigsby drives the right side of the lane from the baseline, puts it up short. Fought for under the boards, and Kathy L brings it off again. She's really went to war on those boards, both offensive and defensive.
Boy, Roy, she must have 20 rebounds. I would guess at least 20 right now.
I'd say so, Pete. That's a conservative estimate, I'd say. 88-61 with 1:20 remaining in the ball game. Kathy Howe will get 1 and a bonus. Extra time, eyes the basket, puts it up two-handed style, no good, fought for. Taken off, knocked out of Vanita Compton's hand. Put up by Jamie Martin, good. Well, that's 90 points for him, 90-61. 1:10 remaining in the ball game. There's no question that McDowell has it all sewed up right now, all wrapped up and ready to go into the final game. Carol Shepard has it, gives to Vanita Compton. She drives to the left side, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Toby Spradlin. She puts it up, good. Toby Spradlin took it off the board and put it up and back in. Long pass down to Kathy Al, puts it up, no good. Takes her own rebound, puts it up, no good. Fought for under the basket, taken by Geri. She puts it up, no good. She was fouled by Dana Smith. 40 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Number 55, Dana Smith.
90-63. That's the third personal foul on Dana Smith.
Grigsby at the line will be shooting 2 shots.
Geri Grigsby at the line once again. She'll be shooting 2 free throws. 90-63, 40 seconds remaining. Eyes the basket, puts it up and in. 91-63. That's about 54 or 5 points. I don't know exactly. We'll get the exact number. 91-63. Well, that's a little bit over average, isn't it, Pete?
Yes, Roy. She's averaging 48.5 points per game. So she's going up her average a little bit tonight.
She hits her second free throw. Allen Central on the attack. We have a walking violation. Vanita Compton trying to pass the ball underneath, drug her pivot, but
55 for Geri. 55 points tonight for Geri Grigsby.
Well, Geri, we understand, as Pete just told us, has 55 points for the game tonight. 92-63, 31 seconds remaining. Geri drives, puts it up. No good. Takes her own rebound. Or rather, Lisa Grigsby puts it in, and no good. Fought for, rebounded by Vanita Compton. She drives across the time stripe, still driving. Goes into the lane, puts it up. Good. Driving layup.
Nice move by Vanita.
Vanita Compton made a nice move and got the layup. Grigsby quickly down court from the baseline, her favorite spot. Puts it up, no good. Looked like she was fouled.
There's one of Geri's maneuvers in a ball game where the other team is tired, they're getting back slow on defense, and Geri is hustling down. She out-hustled the entire team and picked up a foul. Of course, the foul was made because Geri already had the defense beat, and it was a smart foul.
Well, she's in extremely good condition, Pete, physical condition, and you can tell she's ready to play probably another 4 quarters.
I believe she could play another game right now.
Well, she's in extremely good physical condition. Grigsby puts up the free throw and hits it. 93-65 with 7 seconds remaining. So McDowell will advance to the finals of the 58th District Tournament here at Allen Central Gym. Grigsby puts up the second free throw and hits it. That's 57 points. Long pass down court to Toby Spradlin. Toby holds up, gives back to Dana Smith with 3 seconds. To Spradlin, she puts up a long one-hander from the corner. No good. And that's the end of the ball game. 94-65, the final score. We'll have comments and interviews in just a moment. Pete, do you have anything else you want to say?
Yes, we want to interview Geri if we can get her up here. And I want to call Coach Collins and get his impressions of the game and so forth. If we can get Geri up here, we'll interview her.
But Coach Collins, what was your impressions of the game? Pete wants to know.
Well, I felt that McDowell just played a little bit aggressive beginning of the ball game, got a little bit of foul trouble, caused them to have to delay the process of going on and putting this game away earlier than they did, which was right at about the latter part of the third quarter. They took command of the ball game, and it was all over from there on.
Okay, Coach Collins, thank you very much. And the final score, 94-65. McDowell a winner and advancing to the finals of the 58th District Tournament for girls. Well, Pete, I'll turn the mic over to you, and if you want to interview Geri and get us some comments on the game.
Well, Roy, we'll get Geri in here so we can talk with her, and maybe Coach Collins has some questions for her, and you do too. So we just want her to join us. Say, Geri, congratulations on your win tonight. It puts you in the 15th Regional Tournament next week, and the finals of 58th District now, the third time in 3 years. So you must be proud of that record, knowing that you'll be in the finals Saturday night.
Yes, I am. We knew tonight, but if we did win, that we would automatically be in the regional. So we knew that this was an important game. The girls, we've been up all week, and I think maybe that might have been the cause of our early foul trouble. We were just too psyched up for the game, maybe.
Geri, I'd like to ask you a question. I've seen you play quite a bit this year, and seemed like always coaches keep talking about that 110%, and seemed like 32 minutes. You give 110%, and you seem to be a great student of the game. What your conditioning and everything, and your knowledge of the game, what do you contribute this to?
Well, first of all, being reared by Dad, who coached for 16 years. And I grew up learning fundamentals when he would coach the boys. I would watch him. And for the past 3 years, in off season, I run between 4 and 7 miles a day. That's for my endurance. So I always try to give it all I can for 32 minutes.
Geri, I really am impressed with you. I think you're an outstanding ball player. You've done a lot for the girls' game of basketball. 3 years since we started the girls' basketball program again, and I think 15th region, the 58th district, Geri Grigsby quite a bit for making girls' basketball catch on a little bit faster than I feel that it normally would have.
Well, thank you. I think that girls, we have gone a long way in just 3 years. The improvement between this year and the first year is just outstanding.
Across the way, you can hear the Allen Central band. The McDowell boys are on the floor, and the Allen Central boys, and it's quite noisy at this time. Maybe they'll slow down in a minute, and we can get some more questions here to Geri. Tonight, Geri scored 57 points, adding to her enormous total of over 4,100 points. The next record that Geri could hold would be to surpass King Kelly Coleman. Now, King Kelly Coleman has 4,263 career points in 4 years. So, Geri, you still have a shot at that record.
Well, let's see. I think before tonight I had about 4,100. So if we can go a little ways in the regional, maybe I have a shot at it.
Well, Geri, we wish you all the luck in the world and hope you get your chance in the state tournament.
Well, thank you.
Pete, you have anything else you want to say?
I'd like to ask Geri what she thinks about the game tomorrow night between the Prestonburg girls and the Betsy Lane Bobcat girls. I'd like to get our impressions on that.
Well, I think it should be a very good game. Both teams have a lot of experience. I think lately Prestonsburg's been playing real good ball. Bridget Clay and Gigi Music have both been playing very good. Betsy Lane, but they have a very good player, Mary Stumbo, and a good rebounder in Brenda Hamilton. So I think it should be a close game, but I think I'll give the edge to Prestonsburg.
Well, Geri, we want to congratulate you and the Daredevils for advancing to the finals. And for a fine game, I felt like girls weren't ready mentally tonight. They made a lot of defensive mistakes the first half and made a lot of unnecessary fouls. It's all right to make aggressive fouls, but when you make fouls out on the floor, those are mental mistakes that you shouldn't make, and those are kind of mistakes that can lose a close ball game, particularly when you're playing a good ball club, a good, sound, fundamental ball club. So I hope you have gotten that out of your system as a team. The other girls will be ready mentally for the final game.
Well, that's true. I think tonight was good experience for us to get some of these, correct these mistakes that we made tonight, so maybe we'll be ready for the rest of the tournament.
Phyllis, you have anything to say?
I'm just glad this game's over. That's all I've got to say. I'm glad it's over.
That was Geri's mother on the camera there, so congratulations, Geri, once again. Winning your 30th game tonight of the season against 4 setbacks. I really think that the schedule has helped McDowell this year. Charlie, what do you think about McDowell's schedule this year? Have you noticed the teams that they've competed against?
They played quite a variety of teams throughout the state. They've not just stayed in Eastern Kentucky. They've gone down in the central part of the state and played a few games, and they've gone down into the northern part of our state and played some games. So I feel that this has been a good experience for them and probably will help them in regional play and possibly state play if they make it out of the 15th region.
Well, that's true, Pete. If you play a good schedule, it's going to help you, you know. If you play good teams, you can learn from good teams. But if you play your mediocre teams and so forth, it's all right to beat them by 20 or 30 points, but you still got to have that good schedule.
That's true. I felt McDowell's schedule last year hurt them, even though they were ranked #1 in the state several weeks of the season. They went into the tournament play with 29 wins and only 1 loss, but they lost eventually in the semifinals of regional to Sheldon Clark by 3 points. But I didn't feel like their schedule helped them. They were as good in January as they were in March. But I feel like these girls, the McDowell's team, have come a long way since early in the season. They improved after each loss, their last loss being to Clay County in the LIT. So you see, McDowell has improved. They have lost 4 games, each one of those games helping them out eventually so that they can be a better ball club. Roy, I'd like to ask Coach Collins one more time here what he expects to do tomorrow night. If he doesn't care to reveal to us what his plans are. He's the 2nd-seeded team in the district. Prestonburg has a fine ball club with Bridget Clay, who averages about 30 points a game, D.D. Music, a big tall center, a little Sherry Allen, and Hackworth, and 1 or 2 other girls. Coach Collins done a fine job with Prestonburg Black Cats this year. I saw them play the past 2 years, and he's taken his club 1 year and improved them tremendously. They have some solidarity. So, Coach, how many times have you played Betsy Lane this year?
We've played them 4 times, and they beat us in the Tom Wiley and beat us up there just during the bad weather. And we were down up there. We lost 2 games back-to-back there that I felt we should have won both of them. And the other games have been, we beat them up here at one time in the preseason, and then we beat them at home both times. We haven't had a lot of trouble. We feel that we got to speed up the ball game because I feel they are a little bigger than us. They like to slow it down and play a slow ball game, about like Alexander wanted to play now. So our game plan is to keep the game in a fast pace, utilize their guards. We have a fine pair of guards, and we think if we can do that, we ought to be able to handle Betsy Lane.
Well, Coach, we know that you have a good ball club. You came in second in the conference. And what is your record, by the way?
We're 16-6.
16-6. And Coach Collins, like I said, has taken the girls a long way this year. He has some outstanding athletes, and he has good prospects for next year. Charlie, tell him how many you have back next year.
We're very enthused about next year. We only lose one player, and that's Bridget Clay, a senior, and the rest of our squads are freshmen and sophomore. We don't have a junior on the team.
Well, it looks like Prestonburg is going to be very solid next year, Roy. One player that I think is going to affect the outcome of the game tomorrow night is Pam Clark. She is out for the season at Betsy Lane. So, Chuck, does that alter your plans any for the game tomorrow night since Clark is out?
No, it doesn't, because I feel that the Newsom girl that's come in and replaced her is doing a good job. I've seen her play 2 games, and I've been impressed with her. I feel that to do a good job against Betsy Lane, we got to stop Mary Stumbo, and our defensive plan has been geared this past week in practice to stop her.
Well, that's Charles Collins. We want to thank Charles for helping make this possible tonight so we can videotape this important game in the district. And we feel like Charles' team has improved tremendously. He's brought them along, and I really picked them, Roy, to be the other team in the final Saturday night. And if Prestonburg and McDowell are in the 15th region, I guarantee you one of those 2 teams will come out of that doggone region. I feel like it's Floyd County's years in the girls' regional tournament. That's the way I feel about it, the way I see it. I want to thank Freddie Lafferty, our camera boy, who's helped make this possible. David Lafferty, not Freddie. You know that's Freddie's boy over there, Roy?
Is it?
That's David Lafferty.
I didn't know that.
That's who that is. He's a fine young man, does a good job. He's only a freshman at Prestonsburg, but that's Freddie Lafferty's boy, David, and we want to thank him for helping make this possible. Roy, do you have any last comments about the game or about the finals coming up?
Well, Pete, it was an interesting game tonight. It started out sort of slow and sort of ragged, and both teams, really it was sloppily played, I guess you'd call it, in the first quarter. McDowell was fouling excessively, and but they got their game together, got their act together, and went out and broke it open and won by a comfortable margin of 94-65. And Geri had an excellent game. Her floor play was excellent, and her shooting was good. She did shoot some shots that she was fouled on. I thought the officiating wasn't quite up to par in some of the games I've seen in the past. Of course, that's everybody's opinion, you know. But overall, it was a good ball game, and it's a good win for McDowell, and it got things out of the system, you know, to get them ready for this tournament, which they're going to need to play teams like Prestonsburg, Sheldon Clark, etc. I'm with you. I think that probably Prestonsburg or McDowell, they got a good chance to get out of this region. They have excellent ball clubs, and I believe it is Floyd County's year, and I certainly hope so.
Roy, we want to thank you for coming tonight to broadcast this game for us, to give us a play-by-play, and to give us a good account, as you used to be on the radio, WPRT, and did an outstanding job for them back in your radio broadcasting days.
Well, it was a long time, Pete. I sort of rusted tonight. I couldn't get my act together hardly.
Well, we want to thank you for coming tonight, Roy, and I do agree with you that Geri played an outstanding game along with Kathy Howell.
Oh, yeah.
The other girls came on pretty good. Gina Carter played kind of steady, and Jamie Martin, after she got back in the last half, did a better job. Leslie Grigsby had a streak there where she got 3 baskets on the offensive board, which helped. So maybe they got the fouling out of their system. They got to watch that in the future. You can't afford to foul that much against top-notch teams. Really, Geri had an outstanding game. She was fouled several times, I felt. The referees didn't call it. But she didn't let it interfere with her floor game or defense and her speed and ball handling. So, all in all, I think it was a very good performance by her. Final score, McDowell 94, Allen Central 65. And we want to say thanks to all these people who made this possible. McDowell advances to the district finals Saturday night here at the John E. Campbell Senior Allen Central Athletic Complex. So thank you and good night.